Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the E2P Media Business Talk Radio Show. My name is Elite Pierre. I'm your host of your favorite business talk radio show ever, the E2P Media Business Talk Radio Show. Elite Pierre, CEO of E2P Media, co-founder. We're doing big things here out in West Columbia, South Carolina. So if you're anywhere in or around Columbia, South Carolina, we definitely want to connect with you. We appreciate you listening. Thank you for all the listeners, all the subscribers, all the shares, everyone who supports our movement. We truly, truly do appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, we can be found at E2P Media. That's E, the number 2, the letter P as in Paul, media.com/podcast, right? I want you to subscribe. If you already listen to podcasts, go to your favorite podcast player. You can still visit the website, right? Show us some love on the website because viewers count, right? We still want you to go to the website, but go to your podcast player and subscribe. If you don't listen to podcasts and this is the first time you're really hearing about, well, you heard about podcasts, right? But you never downloaded, installed, or subscribed to a podcast. Most people, here's a funny thing I learned, ladies and gentlemen. All the people who got iPhones don't know that they have the podcast app on their phone installed by Apple before they even box it up, right? Y'all got to understand. This is a phenomenon, but it's also a downfall if people have the resources and don't utilize them. I watched a video, I think it was either last night or this morning by Inky Johnson, right? And he said, you know, his buddy, when he was in college, his buddy was with him, and they went like they got their money from the school because they was on scholarships, but they still got they grant money, right? So, you know, his homeboy got like $5,000 or whatever, and then Inky got like 4,000 something. He was like, man, I'm about to go put my money in the bank, right? But his homeboy was like, man, you crazy. I'm about to go to the mall and spend this. He was like, man, why you going to go spend it? Like you ain't even had the money for 5 minutes. Like he's like, man, I got to spend this. He's like, I don't know if I'm going to get this money again. Ladies and gentlemen, do y'all understand that mindset right there? Like I had to share the story with y'all before I even get into the episode, right? Because this touched my heart so crazy. I'm like, man, I understand that because I can relate with it because I was there at one point, and I also know people who actually live that situation right now. That broke mindset, that broke mindset, that poor man's mindset. I have to spend this money now because I don't know when I'm going to get it again, if I'm ever going to get it again. And that's the same reason why you don't need to be spending it, because I don't know if I'm going to get it again, when I'm going to get it again. Right? For some of us, the same reason why we can't needs to be the same reason why we can, the same reason why we should, the same reason why we have to. Like, don't let your why be your why not. In real life, ladies and gentlemen. So the point that I was getting to, right? Inky was like, he was like, man, all right, I'm gonna go with you, but man, I'm not spending no money. I'm gonna go to the mall with you, but since you just gotta go, I'm gonna go with you, right? He went up to the cash register. He was going to buy him some Jordans. They went to the Foot Locker, went and picked out his Jordans, tried on the shoes and everything. They fit. Went up to the cash register, handed the lady the card, and she swiped it. She said declined. Said decline? Like, what you mean decline? He said that don't make no sense. I was like, I know there's money on there. The lady was like, sir, your card was declined. Can you try it again? Yeah. I'll try it again. Swipe and declined. It's like, I don't understand, man. He's like, let me see that card. Let me see that card. He looking at it. What's wrong with it? The lady was like, well, here, let me take a look at that card for you. Looked on the back. He had never even he never activated the card, ladies and gentlemen. He never even tore the sticker off of it. Do y'all understand the concept behind that story? That some of us have potential in us. Some of us have everything that we need, and we never even activated it. Wow. Like some of us have all the skills and all the talents that we need to be successful, but we haven't even took the time to activate it. Like you got what you need to have what you want, but the reason why you don't have is because you never even activated what you have to explore it, to express it, to pursue it. So, ladies and gentlemen, let that be a lesson for each and every one of us as I get into this episode. Whatever you have, everything, God has already given us everything that we need in this life. God has already put inside of us everything we need to make it through this life, right? So no matter what you come against, no matter what you face at any time in your life, no matter what's going on in your life, God would never put anything on you that you cannot bear. Understand that. So if he brought you to it, this is about to get good. If he allowed you to go to it, he will allow you to go through it. I had to pause on y'all on that one because I want y'all to catch this. If he allowed you to go to it, you have to believe in your heart, in your mind, in your soul, in your body, in your spirit, in every piece of your being that he will ensure that you go through it. You just got to believe in it. You just got to believe in it. So let's get right into it, ladies and gentlemen. Topic of the day, as you've seen in the title, is why business owners should podcast in 2018. If y'all not feeling why, where I'm at right now and in my life right now, ladies and gentlemen, through these audio waves, you got to understand that, I've been through a whole lot in 2017. So this is why this podcast is about 2018. Today is December 30th, right? A lot of us mentally are already in the new year, right? Some of y'all might already still be in 2017, right? But for me and mine, I'm good with 2017. 2017 was one of the toughest years of my entire 37 years on this planet, right? I'm ready to already be done and out of 2017. But what I came here to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, is that 2018 is on the horizon, right? On the calendar. But for many of us, psychologically, right? Mentality, we're already in the future. We're already ahead. We're already in the new year. So I want to take y'all there with me. And let's talk about if you own a business, because the majority of our listeners are business owners, entrepreneurs, and those people who are aspiring to start a business, right? All right. So 2018, ladies and gentlemen, in a world saturated with the constant need for goods and services, it can be extremely hard for small businesses to stand out from the crowd and reach its audience. In 2018, with the many forms of media the world has access to, you may be wondering just how to connect in a way that gets your customers' attention. One of the first things you should consider is podcasting. Podcasts are rapidly gaining popularity and traction with big brands and their marketing teams for several reasons. The main reason is attention arbitrage. Voices gaining more and more attention due to the nature of convenience. I'll address that in more detail shortly. Another outstanding reason is that it allows you as the owner to accrue smaller advertising costs due to minimal equipment needed and the convenience of being able to upload on the go, all while maintaining a loyal relationship with the consumers who tune in. Now, as if the reasons I mentioned above were not enough to convince you that podcasting is the new wave of the future for advertising, here are 3 more reasons as to why you may want to ride this wave and narrow the gap between your company and your customers. Number 1, let them hear the beat of your company's heart. Podcasting allows you not only to create a warm and inviting environment for your company's brand, but also invite your audience to become a part of your world as well. This will allow you to create a loyal, intimate, and hopefully long-lasting relationship. It is personalized content that is informative, thoughtful, sensitive, and relevant. This will allow for you to adjust your content in the most relevant way to stand out. By speaking directly to your customers, as I'm doing right now, they can in turn begin to feel connected to your brand in a way that they support you, they support your brand, and they remain loyal for years to come. In order to reach them, you must level with them, and podcasting gives you the perfect platform to establish this as a regular practice within a company culture. Number 2, interviews, and interviews and more interviews and more interviews and more. So when y'all read the blog, right, it ain't going to say that many interviews. It's only going to say 3. But if I could type 50 interviews, I'm trying to tell you, I want y'all to understand interviews, and more interviews. I interview a new person every week on my show. Every Tuesday morning at 9 o'clock, I do a new show with a new guest. I hope y'all caught on to that, right? It's planned out strategically. I do episodes like randomly throughout the month, throughout the week, throughout the day, right? This is the second episode that's going to be uploaded today. But I want y'all to know, interviews, and more interviews. In addition to having relevant, personalized content, being able to attract the most influential people to your channel is extremely helpful in broadening your audience. Not only do you widen your audience by tapping into your guest network, right? You also gain credibility amongst your own audience in delivering content that is popular or in high demand. Also, guests who may seem to have a unique vantage point may lead to the opportunity to attract new listeners. All in all, the more credible, relevant interviews you host, the more relevant and credible you become. Powerful, ladies and gentlemen. That's called leverage. If y'all listening on Facebook, I want y'all to type in the comments, #leverage, #leverage, #leverage. If you listening on a podcast, I want you to go to your favorite social media channel, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, whatever, and #leverage. I want y'all to #leverage all over the net right now. Let's trend #leverage. That's going to be the hashtag of 2018. Let's leverage other people, right? Because there's a benefit in both parties. I'm telling you, leverage. And number 3, reach your audience with the seduction of convenience. Oh, I like that one. I'm going to say that again. Hold on. Reach your audience with the seduction of convenience. Man, I just saying the title of that one kind of seduces me right there, right? I love it, right? You got my attention because I like convenience, right? I like convenience. If I can get the mission done and it be convenient, because I'm an entrepreneur, right? I've been doing this for years, so I know my typical day to day. There ain't nothing convenient about it. There ain't nothing convenient about what we do as entrepreneurs. There ain't nothing convenient about what we do as business owners. Typically, everything we do is inconvenient, right? That's what sets us apart from the crowd. That's what makes us different, because we're willing to do things that other people aren't willing to do, so we can have things that other people won't have. Got that from Dave Ramsey back in the 90s, y'all. Still holding on to them nuggets. Do y'all understand? I got that back in the 90s when I was fresh out of high school. Do what others aren't willing to do so you can have things that others aren't going to have. You got to be willing to do what others aren't willing to do so you can have things that others won't have in the future. So I want y'all to understand, ladies and gentlemen, man, I'll take advantage of convenience when it's presented to me. Check this out. Well, this is my favorite. I'm trying to tell y'all, this is my favorite one. We save last but not least, right? This last bullet is going to drive it home, and y'all going to be ready to start a podcast tonight. Y'all better download an app on your phone and figure it out. I'm telling you, do a podcast. What if it don't work? Okay, I want to do video, Mr. Pierre. I had my whole 2018 marketing strategy based on video. Okay, cool. Guess what goes along with video? Audio. What if you extracted the audio, put it to your podcast, and now you got 2 pieces of content out there saying the same thing with both search engine optimization optimized for search discovery results on the net, and you getting discovered twice the opportunity? Yeah, y'all ain't think about it like that, did y'all? Boulders, y'all. I'm dropping boulders on y'all. Why do you need a podcast? Because you need to be in the audio, the video, and the written format. Did y'all? Okay, let me back it up for y'all before I give y'all the last nugget on this one. Mrs. Pierre wrote the blog. I'm reading the blog to you in an audio format. I'm broadcasting this on Facebook Live. Do y'all understand? Written, audio, video. This is the 3-punch knockout, y'all. This is the triple combo. This is the triple threat. I'm giving y'all the example right here. The blog is the written. The audio is the podcast. The Facebook is the video. Okay. Okay. Yep. Hopefully you got it. Maybe you ain't get it. Maybe you'll get it next year. I made it funny. Okay, I made it funny. Maybe. And then come Monday, I'm going to be like, man, I ain't said that joke since last year. Stop it. Okay, so reach your customer, reach your audience with the seduction of convenience. What podcasts offer, which happen to be the most valuable asset of all, is my favorite. Here it is. Y'all know what it is. Hashtag time. Time is the most valuable asset of all. And this is off script a little bit. You could take my money. You could take my house. You could take all my cars. You could take my bike, right? You could take my clothes. I ain't got many of them, but I got enough, right? You could take all my material things. You could take everything. You could take all the material stuff. You could take the vacations. You could take the trips. You could take all the fancy jewelry. You could take everything. But you know what you can't take? If you take away my time, if you waste my time, if you take away time, valuable time I get to spend with my family, if you take away time I get to spend with my wife, if you take away time I get to spend with my kids, if you take away time I get to spend with my mom and my dad and my cousins and my brother, I got a problem with that. I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with you taking my material things too. Don't get me wrong, right? We'll go to war about my stuff, right? Because I earned it. But the difference is that you can't get time back. I can make more money. That's what I do. I know how to make money. I'm a hustler. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a business owner. I know how to work. I've been working all my life as an adult, right? I kind of had a pretty good childhood. I ain't really have to work when I was a kid. I had I had 2 working parents. I ain't really have to work when I was a kid, but I still, I enjoyed childhood. Once I became an adult, ladies and gentlemen, understand, my story is not like everybody else's, but I know somebody may be able to relate. I've been working all my life, man. I know how to work. I know how to make money. They build houses. I know how to get a house built, right? They make cars every day around the world. Foreign and U.S. We can get the Chevys and the Fords, or we can get the Benzes and the BMWs, right? They make cars. Right? They make clothes. I was on the phone with a gentleman just like a couple hours ago with a clothing line, right? With a clothing line, we just made a deal over the phone. Come on, they make clothes. They make clothes, ladies and gentlemen. Do you know what they don't make? They don't make time. I can't get my time back. So to me, I don't know about y'all, hashtag time on Facebook, hashtag time, right? Once y'all put that in the comments, I don't waste my time. I got a problem. I got a serious problem with that. Time is the most valuable asset known to man. This is just one man's opinion. So podcast offers time. They have the ability to transfer your message while not requiring your customers' undivided attention. Unlike lots of other media such as video. You watching the video, you got to stop what you're doing and pay attention. Or just let it play in the background. Y'all know that I call it the devil, right? The devil of buffering. I hate when the videos start buffering and you might as well hit me with a commercial, right? Just like when I'm watching a video and 3 minutes in, you hit me with an advertisement because you trying to make $1, right? The person who published that video has the option to include ads or not, right? I know how it works. I've been in this media game for a while. So you opted in to run an advertisement and interrupt my viewing, right? Yeah. So podcast, time, ladies and gentlemen, time. With no interruption. Even if you get on a plane, right? You ain't got to pay Delta the $14.95 to have in-flight Wi-Fi. Your podcast is still going to play the episodes because it's on the player. It doesn't need connection. Oh, y'all ain't know about that, huh? Y'all ain't know about that. Y'all ain't know about listening to podcasts while driving down the street, while driving down the road, right? Y'all ain't know about listening to a podcast while driving, and instead of losing signal in the video stopping because you playing videos. How many of y'all raise your hand out there if you in real life? I can't see you, but I still want you to raise your hand, or at least put in the comments, hand raised, or put in the comments me, right? if you listen to videos while you drive. If you play videos on your phone, if you pull up a video on your phone, right? And play videos, but you driving, you're not watching it, you're just listening to the audio. You know, I used to do that all the time. I still do it sometimes, depending on what the video is, right? Just depend on more now than ever before. I'm listening to podcasts. So I'm gonna pose this question out to y'all right now. How many of you, right, listen to more podcasts in 2017 than you did 2016? Say I. Don't say it out loud. I want you to say it digitally where we can see it. Write it in the comments or go to social media and say, I listen to podcasts more in 2017 than I did 2016. Hashtag E2P Talk. E, the number 2, the letter P, T-A-L-K. Put that on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, and I will engage with you. But I want y'all to answer this question for me. Please, please, please. If you've listened to more podcasts in 2017 than you have 2016, I need to know, because I already know the answer for the majority of it. I just need social proof. Y'all see what I'm doing here? I'm very intentional with what I do, right? Hashtag E2P Talk. This is real talk right here. I can't make this stuff up, ladies and gentlemen. Podcasting is more popular than it's ever been before, and it's just ground floor. 2018 is going to continue to explode. It's going to continue to explode. I want y'all to be a part of it. Podcasts are easily digestible content. The ease of listening while driving, cooking, exercising, or commuting makes podcasts stand out amongst its competitors. Ain't that what I just said? I'm telling y'all, we on the same page. The development of home listening devices, I'm about to drop a nugget on y'all. I'm about to let y'all know inside the future of E2P Media real quick. The development of home listening devices such as Amazon Echo or Google Home allows listeners to multitask while following their regular routines. E2P Media is moving right into that space. If you don't have an Amazon Echo or a Google Home now, matter of fact, leave in the comments, do you have an Amazon Echo, Google Home, or some other voice-activated device at home right now? Yes or no? I need y'all to put that in the comments, please. Again, if you do, if you're listening on the podcast, I need you to go to social media, hashtag E2P Talk. I need you to say, if you have an Amazon Echo, if you have a Google Home, or if you don't, say I don't have any voice-activated listening device in my home. I don't own one as of now. Hashtag E2P Talk. All right, E, the number 2, the letter P as in Paul. Just to clarify, Talk, T-A-L-K. I know I got a crazy accent. Sometimes it's hard to understand what I'm saying. But just like E2P Media, E2P Talk. I'm trying to get a census here. I already know the answer. Half of y'all got it, half of y'all don't. By the end of 2018, all of you will have it. Ooh, did y'all hear that? I need y'all to feel what I just said. Facebook, for especially y'all. Podcast, you too. I need y'all to feel this. Whether you have one or not, by the end of 2018, you're going to have one. You're going to have one. I'm telling you. Now, you can resist it and be like, nah, I ain't getting it just because Elite said I'm going to have one. That's okay. There's going to be a few people who do that. But I'm telling you, just about everybody's going to have one by the end of this year. Yeah, 2018, for real. All right. When used correctly, podcasts can be the turning point. Podcasts will be the turning point. I'm going to change this right now. I'm going to change it live on a podcast. When used correctly, podcasts will, in capital letters, I'm going to make it bold, will be the turning point in your company's success and becoming technically current and creating that intimate relationship that your customers will grow your brand's awareness. All that is required is a smartphone, but if you want to be fancy, a microphone, as you see in this video, a computer that you see over there recording this whole session. Y'all see that, Facebook? and some equipment, some recording equipment. And that could be purchased for a low cost. Right? Can I give y'all the bad news? Who want the bad news? Anybody want the bad news? Usually when I be like, y'all want the bad news or the good news? Most people say I want the bad news first and then follow up with the good news so I can feel better about the bad news. I gave y'all the good news first. Here's the bad news, ladies and gentlemen. You got to have a willingness to do the work. That tickles me because I know a lot of people out there, they just not going to do the work. That's the problem, right? You might believe me, right? You might already see the trend happening. You might even believe that it's going to happen. You might even say you're going to do it. You know, and I don't want to put anybody on blast, but okay, so to be 100% honest, I ain't really putting nobody on blast. If the shoe fits, wear it, because the crowd is so wide, right? I'm talking about half the people I've been talking to in the last month. So either you did or you didn't, right? But not to put on, I'm not going to put anybody specific on blast. This is just how it kind of goes. Do you know how many people, when we first talked, said, yes, I want to start a podcast, but then after some time had passed, they reevaluated their decision and said, I'm going to wait. Ladies and gentlemen, what I want y'all to understand, E2P Media runs a podcasting program, right? You could be a part of our community or not. What I highly recommend that you do, there are free services like Anchor. I'm gonna give y'all Anchor. Anchor, the app. Go to the App Store, download Anchor. Anchor, right? You can podcast on Anchor for free. You don't even need my services. I highly recommend, while you're still debating on if you're going to invest in my program, invest in any of these other online services, because there's some free services out there too, but eventually you're going to have to invest so you can have more storage or better quality or more reach. Or you're going to have to invest time to learn how to get on iTunes and iHeartRadio. Do y'all understand? You're going to invest something. Either you're going to invest money, or you're going to invest time, or you're going to invest both. Entrepreneurs already got this figured out. You already understand that this is kind of how it works. This is how it always works. You're going to invest something. You're going to have to, if you want to be successful, you're going to have to invest something. You're either going to have to invest money, or you're going to have to invest time, right? Or you're going to have to invest both. Typically, you're going to have to invest both. It just depends on where you're going to put your money, where you're going to put your time, and where you're going to put your both. Make sense? All right. So if you don't want to go with my program, I don't have a problem with that. No hurt, no harm, no foul. At least give me your word that you will start documenting your journey. Because imagine this. What if everybody that we know that is world famous right now would have documented their journey from the beginning? Do you think that would be a video worth watching? Do you think that would have been an audio worth listening to? I do believe so. Whoever your favorite celebrity is, if they would have documented their journey all the way through the process, not like a documentary where they went back and recreated it. I'm talking about the individual, like how we have the opportunity right now with this device in our hands to be able to document the journey from the bottom to the top, right? If you see yourself going anywhere in 2018, why not start documenting right now? I promise you it's going to be worth it. I promise you it's going to be worth it. I promise you it's going to be worth it. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to take work. You don't have to use my program, right? I want you to download Anchor, start a podcast, start documenting. And in 6 months, when you're ready, if we got slots available, we'll bring you on and then put you on a new platform. right? Maybe time is not going to allow you to right now. Maybe finances is not going to allow you to right now. But whatever you do, ladies and gentlemen, in the process, you're going to need to, you're doing something, and you got a smartphone. Why not document it along the process? What do you have to lose? What do you have to lose? Making a podcast takes a lot of work and a mountain of faith and commitment to keep it going episode after episode. I'm a testament to that. I've been doing this for, I lost track of the episode count. I just stopped counting the episodes. I just upload new content. Here's a new episode. Here's a new episode. Here's a new video. Here's a new audio. Here's a new video. Here's the title of this. Here's the title of that. I'm just doing this so much, like I don't even know. Like one day I'm gonna hire somebody to keep track and go back and number all my episodes and let me know. All right, Elite, this is episode 146. Go ahead, right when you start, episode 146. Oh yeah, what episode is this again? This is 146. All right, 146. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Elite Pierre, host of your favorite business talk radio show, the E2P Media Business Talk Radio Show. This is episode 146. But I ain't there right now. It's just me. And I interview guests, right? That's okay. That's okay. But guess what? I'm documenting. I love it. Y'all gotta respect how I drive at home like that, right? That's important, ladies and gentlemen. Don't have regrets. All right? How many of y'all have regrets of 2017? I do. I have major regrets. Let's make some decisions right now to minimize our 2018 regrets. Let's make some decisions right now to minimize our 2018 regrets. Flat out. All right. And wrapping up, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, podcasting takes a mountain of work, a mountain of faith, a mountain of commitment to go episode after episode. Most of the time, you're doing it on your own. And with so many media companies and networks out here making their own shows, we know that independent producers are struggling to find an audience for their stories and make a living. While we're excited to present a low-cost monthly membership that provides time, tools, and community needed to make a show successful. All right, here's the sales pitch. Y'all knew it was coming. Y'all, I'm a marketer, y'all. I can't help it. I'm going to give y'all value. I'm going to give you an option so you don't have to use me, right? I'm not going to back you into a corner so you have to use me and then hit you with a sales pitch at the very end. Hopefully something I said resonated with you during this talk. Hopefully something I said resonated with you during this talk, all right? Now I'm going to hit you with the opportunity because I'm going to bang you over the head with a deal. I promise you. We're not going to end this podcast without a deal. We're excited to present a low-cost monthly membership that provides the time, tools, and community needed to make a show successful. All of our members are independent producers working on an audio or podcasting project. If that's you, and I just described you, right? Become a member of our podcasting community now. Right now. Not now, but right now. www.media.com. E2pmedia.com. E2P, P as in Paul, media.com. All right. Go to that website, find out information about our system, our equipment, our platform, our program. Find out some more information about our membership. And then fill out the application. We will review your application and get back to you with a decision. Understand that we screen all our applicants. We screen you before we accept you as a member. So just because you fill out the membership don't mean you get to be a part of our community. Unfortunately, we can't take everybody. No riffraff, no craziness, no wildcats. We're looking for valuable players to add value to our community. All right? Here's the deal. Y'all ready for it? Brace yourself. All right. This is December 30th, 2017 at 8:18 p.m. If you fill out the application by midnight, because I'm going to publish this podcast live. Facebook, you get the first mover's advantage because you're listening live. If you fill out the application on a membership form and pay your $99, once again, this is a $99 monthly membership. You can read all what you get with it. I'm telling you, it's a steal. It's not a deal. This is a steal. This is a steal. All right? If your application is not accepted, we'll just issue you a refund. No problem. No harm, no foul. Fill out the application. Click submit. Pay your $99, right? Once again, this is $99 a month. We are going to run your credit card on a monthly basis until you tell us to stop, right? Now, you could opt not to leave your credit card on file, then we're going to be looking at you crazy like, hey, your payment's due. You can't come back into the studio until you run your payment. Or if you're not in Colombia, you can still be a part of this program. Get the $49 package. Get the $49 package, and that way all we do is host and distribute the iTunes, iHeartRadio, Google Play Music, and all the other podcast players on the net. All the major ones, right? I don't want to say all of them because I'm sure somebody's going to find one that we don't distribute to and be like, well, you said all of them and I can't find my podcast on this one right here that don't nobody know about. Well, tell people to go to iTunes then, dang it. All right. If you fill out the application and pay your $99 if you're anywhere in or around Columbia, South Carolina, and you would like to use the studio that I'm recording in now, or if you're outside of Columbia or outside of traveling distance, right? Again, we got people traveling 3-4 hours to come to our studio to do this. If you're outside of traveling distance, get the $49 package. That includes strictly hosting and distribution of your podcast. We're going to take the hard work out of it for you. We're going to put your podcast on the major players. All you got to do is record the audio content and submit it. We are sending 2 people to Kansas City on January the 24th to hear Inky Johnson speak. Woo! I need y'all to do. Ooh! Oh my goodness. Elite, did you just say what I think you said? I said what you thought I said. We are sending 2 people to Kansas City on January 24th to an Inky Johnson event. Oh, I don't know who Inky Johnson is. Then you really tripping. You listening to me and you not listening to Inky? Hey, Lester Young, he came to the studio to record his first session today. He was like, yo, man, I start following Inky as soon as I start following you because I seen you share one of his videos. If you following me and you not following Eric Thomas, Gary Vaynerchuk, Inky Johnson, these are people who pour directly into me that help me be the business brain that I am. Do y'all understand? I wouldn't even be an entrepreneur if Eric Thomas, E.T. the hip hop preacher, wouldn't have said what he said to me in Chicago State University. I'm talking about a one-on-one personal conversation. God puts people in your life for a purpose, ladies and gentlemen. It's not coincidence that you listening to my voice right now. Do y'all understand? Do y'all understand? We are in the season of planting seeds, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the season of planting seeds. And the sooner you get that through your brain, I promise you things are going to start opening up for you. So 2 people, we're going to plant a seed in you. Oh, yeah, I get something out of this because Inky said he going to have a conversation with me one-on-one when I invest in 2 people and I plant a seed by sending you to the event. So we very intentional with this, ladies and gentlemen. We very intentional. Out of all the people who become a member, even if you apply, even if we don't select your show, again, we can't select everybody's show. But if you have an idea, if you have a business and you think your business might be a good fit for a podcast, you think you might be able to bring some value to our community, right? If you know you're valuable, which you should, right? Then why would you get denied? Why would we deny you if you bring value? That's the bottom line. No way around it. If you think you bring value, why would you get denied? Give it a shot. Apply. Pay your money. $49 if you don't use the studio. $99 if you use the studio. If you submit your application by midnight tonight, that is less than 4 hours, you will be entered into a drawing. And 2 people will be selected to go to Kansas City on January 24th. If you are not available, me, Elite Pierre, I'm not going to be there unless something in my schedule changes, which it just might. Knowing me. My wife already know. Something like this, I will break the bank to get there. Whoa, boy. You said what? What? And he said he gonna talk to me one-on-one. Me and I have an opportunity to make this a face-to-face conversation instead of an over the phone or a Zoom meeting conversation. Ooh. So I might be going with you, flat out, right? But if you do the application, you get the membership, right? Whether you're selected or not, you will be entered into a drawing. We're sending 2 people to Kansas City to see Inky Johnson, the founder of Sleep is for Suckers. Research that. Follow him on Instagram if you don't know who that is. His first name is David. I think it's Schultz. I'm not 100% sure. Let me look it up real quick. Hold on. Let me look it up. I don't want to misquote the man's name. Let me get it right. David Shands, Shands, but his handle on Instagram is Sleep is for Suckers with the number 4. Sleep is for Suckers. He's going to be at that event as well. And a whole slew of other people, phenomenal speakers. I want you to be there. I want to plant a seed in you. So if you get the membership tonight, you'll be entered into a drawing. 2 people will be selected. That's how we going to do this thing. That's how we going to do this thing. All right. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, once again, my name is Elite Pierre. I'm the CEO of E2P Media. You can find us at P-media.com. E2pmedia.com. /podcast, podcast. Make sure you subscribe on iTunes, Google Play Music, and iHeartRadio, and any other player that you may be listening to. But mainly the top 3. Leave us a review. Hey, real quick. So we need some reviews on Facebook. E2P Media, my business page. We need some love on that page. So of course I'm gonna ask you to subscribe because this is the podcast. But this is another way you can enter. If you don't want to do the podcast, but you would like to be entered into a chance to win this giveaway, I want you to go to Facebook and leave us a review. Leave us a review on Facebook. P media.com. No. E2P Media. I'm also used to saying .com. E2P Media on Facebook. P as in Paul, Media on Facebook. Leave us a review. We'll include those individuals as a entry into the contest to go to KC. I think that's fair, right? I don't want to do a podcast, Elite, but I sure would love to go hear Inky. Then leave us a review. All right. I think that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I think that's it. I'm trying to pick whatever the heck is on this this pop filter. I'm gonna have to sanitize this thing. But yeah, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for listening in. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you leave us a view. I'm your host, Elite Pierre of the E2P Media Business Talk Radio Show, and I will see you on the next episode. Y'all have a good night, my friends. Bye-bye.